Hello. Time for activity 5, which is about communing with nature. So if there's anywhere to find the divine feminine, it's in the earth itself. So go glory in the great outdoors. Here are some ideas. So you could take meditative walks, which is just literally walking about, thinking about things, doing it in an outdoor setting. Just being around trees and the oxygen, it's invigorating, really, and it just makes you feel more alive. All walks are like going out into a beautiful or scenic area and just taking everything in, just really soaking it all in. As you're just thinking, making sure that you are also present and really appreciating nature. I actually went to a beautiful place yesterday called Garden in the Woods, which is in Massachusetts, around near where I live, and it was beautiful. There were little turtles sunning themselves in a lily pad, beautiful like damselflies, and all kinds of really pretty plants. So just doing something like that. Forest bathing, that is when you go into the woods, and I'm very fortunate enough, I don't know if you can see all the trees behind me, but I do live in the middle of the woods. There are really tall pines, and across from my house is just a forest. There's no home or anything, there's just woods. So I love going into the forest, and you can take an offering with you, or you can kind of pick up rocks or something along the way, and kind of leave them in your yard after, just as a little memento of the forest bathing. But you should also bring the forest something too, so you could take a handful of nuts or seeds or something and just kind of leave it for the earth. And you can really make it what you want. It can get very creative. I have a couple of books. I have this beautiful antique book I found in a used bookstore that's just kind of about animals and nature, and it's written in a very poetic way. So I one time took it into the forest and just kind of read it aloud. I recited it, and you could take your favorite poems, especially poems about nature or animals, and read them to the trees, which can also be very peaceful and fulfilling. You can visit your favorite spot in nature if you have a spot like the beach or any kind of area that you'd like to go to think, or like a hike that you have that you like to do. You could take a nap outside in a hammock and fall asleep to the sound of birdsong. You could spend time in your own garden. Growing your own plants and nurturing your own plants can be very fulfilling. I have a little herb garden that I started this year that I'm really enjoying, and it's actually, I used the herbs to make the tea that I had earlier. Invite your friends for a picnic in the park. What's more fun than making some good food and just kind of spending time sitting around in a blanket laughing. Again, go on a hike. If you want to challenge yourself a little, make it a more challenging hike, and you can stop along the way and think about things, or you can make it cathartic and stop at points along the way as you get to the summit and let certain things go. Clean up some litter, clean up the environment, do something good like that in a volunteer-like way. Or just spend time outdoors with your pets, which is also really fun. So you can make it what you want, but there's something to it. And if you're outside and you're just taking everything in and appreciating it and thinking about that good energy and what that kind of divine feminine energy means and how it translates into how you live the rest of your day and how it impacts your mood, that's what's really important. Well, enjoy.